Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. So, I finally made a mess. I went to pull the drawer out, and the bottom just collapsed. Yep, it was not me; it was the drawer. Um, yeah, that's me. That's how many tools I had in there. Didn't seem like that much, but oh well. Uh, so I got plans. So I thought I had a piece of wood that would fit in there perfectly. Um, Here's what was in it, which, man, I can't even believe that this was in it. Uh, it might as well have been a piece of paper. I don't even know what this is. Is that like the old wallpaper? Not wallpaper, but well, it might as well be paper. But anyway, the wall stuff they used to put up on the walls. The fuse. Well, anyway, that's what was in there. The good thing is I can use it as a template if I want. I think. Okay, so, oh man, Ugh, ugh. I was hoping to find my tool in there. Obviously, it's not in there. While I wasn't filming, I decided to, start looking all around for that tool. Look some more, I should say. But still, nothing. It grew legs and walked off. It's a mystery. Let me know if that ever happens to y'all. Y'all ever uh, if you ever run into um, like a tool or whatever that just grows legs and walks off. So, all right. So anyway, so I found this piece of metal. I do have to cut it. Let's see. So it should be, yeah, same size as that. That's amazing how it just, how it didn't, how that wood didn't, it basically just fell out. Like it got to bowing so much that it folded and went, but it didn't break. It's amazing. Amazing. So, lay this on here. Now, this is steel, so it will rust uh, if you don't paint it. If there's any type of moisture around, anything like that over a long period of time. Okay. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. So, make this do like that. Trace it out. All right. I'll use I think my red will work on here. Yep. Maybe. How much you want to bet I'll get it cut out, and then I'll probably have to cut on some more. Well, I guess having more is better than having less. It will take me quite a bit to get that cut out, though. Use my cutting wheel. But here's the drawer, and I mean, it's a pretty stout little drawer. And as you can see, it's got these pieces in it that you just lay that piece of metal down in, and that's it. And I mean, that metal's, I think it's pretty thick. I think it's thick enough. So anyway, let's see if we can get this cut out. Now, what I might do is just go like that, and then like that, not have a giant L. Actually, I might go this way first, and then that way second. So let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to turn my microphone off because ain't no point in you sitting there and listening to a grinder. Okay. So just bear with me. Excuse me. Okay, boys and girls. Sorry that took so long. Hopefully you fast forward through that. Now you can cut metal like that different ways. By the way, if you can, wear earplugs when you do that, because your ears will ring afterwards. What about some tinnitus or whatever it is? Or whatever it is. Anyway. I do have a plasma cutter that I could have used on that. Probably would have taken more than half the time to do that. Now I'm not going to grind the edges because once it's in there, it's in there. Unless I have to grind the edges. In other words, to make it fit. Okay. So it should just drop down in there. Gonna be tight. Might be too tight. Might be just a little bit too tight. So it looks like I'm gonna try to grind this edge here. I think, yeah. Because if I try to almost. It's okay. We almost got it. You don't want to try to force that down in there because it'll split the wood. Okay. So don't do that. All right. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use my other grinder. It has what is called a flap disc. Guys, what it is, it's layered. It's kind of like layered sandpaper. Sorry, I do apologize for that. I forgot to turn my microphone off just as I was about done. Is it going to fit this time? Looks like I need to take just a little bit more off there. We'll get it. I'll turn it off this time. Okay, now we'll see. A little bit. And there you go. There it is. See how easy that was? And a whole lot better than what was in there. And it's more sturdy. Now let's get it back in there. Ugh. This drawer hasn't been out of this thing since 1968, 69, somewhere around there. Ugh. And I mean, it's still, you know, right about there. It gets a little tight, but that's normal. That's how it was before. Okay, cool. I'm happy. What were they thinking? I bet you that'll burn real good. Yeah, we're gonna put that in the burn pile. So now we get to go through tools. It's tool time. Okay. Tools. Look at all these freaking tools, man. Now, do I want to put them in there? All of them in there? No, I don't. So we're gonna try to figure out something else. All right. So this is a multi-tool. Flathead screwdriver, Phillips head, and some Torx bits. Now I have 100 different screwdrivers. Hammer. I have all kinds of, you know, we're going to put okay, so for what I don't want to put in there, I'm going to put it over here. Okay. So anyway, needle nose pliers. These are long needle nose pliers. I use those religiously. These I have two of. These are, I think they're called lineman pliers, and they're used for cutting you know, thick wire, stuff like that. But anyway, those will go in there. Retainer pulling tools. Okay. Let's see, what else? Lots of pliers. Lots of different pliers. Okay. So these are vice grips. You have all kinds of different sizes. You have the needle nose ones. They come in handy a lot. Okay. These are just your regular pliers. They adjust to two different sizes. Okay. Let's see, what else? This is another pair of vice grips. And if you look over here, you see them ones right there. Wait a minute, where am I at? These right here. So those are the latest ones I just bought. So they're good for, you know, clamping onto the table and holding down, you know, pieces of metal, stuff like that. And of course, a while ago you saw me use the C-clamp. You can use either one, doesn't matter, as long as it works. Another pair of vice grips. Now, a lot of times these things will fly open like this, okay? So the trick is to do this. So close them, run them down till they close all the way. Okay. Open them back up, run it down just a little bit more. And there you go. They should stay closed. When it comes to metal work, the vice grips are where it's at. Okay. Felt a little pinch in my stomach. That probably wasn't good. Adjustable pliers. Now, they don't belong in this drawer. Okay, they belong in the Craftsman toolbox over there with the rest of the tool. The rest of the God, I can't even think. The wrenches, open and closed wrenches. Okay. Channel locks. Okay. So channel locks go with the other channel locks right there. Oh, me. Look at all these tools. Oh, man. Oh, God. So these are the latest pliers that I bought. They are used to unplug pigtails, connectors, wire, you know what I mean, connectors. Yeah. These are my favorite. I use these all the time. These are wire cutters, wire crimpers, as you can see there. I'll move you a little closer. Okay. So once again, that's those. If you don't have any of these, get some, because they're great. They are. You can trust me when I say something is good, it's good, and something's bad. What is going on with my camera? My camera's crooked. What's up with that? It's crooked. Yeah, well, anyway, we'll just have to work around that. Snips. Good for snipping wires. Although those are small, and I wouldn't hardly use them. I will put those in the Craftsman toolbox. Needle nose pliers, once again, these are shorter, so those will go with their big daddy right there. Let's see, what else we got? What else can we put in the drawer? I only want to put certain things in the drawer. Otherwise, they have their own place in the toolbox. Okay, once again, these are needle nose pliers, but if you look, they are bent upwards. No, I did not do that. That's how they come. Okay, but I'll put them with those other ones, those other small ones, because I will not hardly use them. Now, this is a really interesting needle nose pliers. They're very, very needle nosed. And these are really good to have. But I will put those also in the Craftsman drawer. All right, let's see. What else we got? I got all kinds of stuff here, man. Man, I can feel that pinch again. So for those who don't know, I've had a hernia surgery. Umbilical hernia. They went in there and put a mesh in there. But I felt a pinch. That's twice. Oh, man. At least I got it on camera. Something happens. Ooh. Man. I'm fine. All right. long needle nose pliers once again, but as you see, they are bent in a 90-degree. Really awesome to have. Okay. Let's see what else we got down here. There's just some stuff that does not belong in that drawer. All right, I have some specialty. I gotta stop doing that. Oh. Ugh. I'll stop doing that. Maybe it's just pinching something. Preferably I'm gonna leave these. I don't know. Should I leave them in the plastic? No, because if we leave them, we gotta leave everything else, right? So. Ooh. Okay, so these are specialty pliers that I bought for those, what do you call them, snap rings that go on, go around the boot, axle boot. And they're just super weird looking. In fact, I don't even know how to use them. I got to watch a video. So you got one like this. Weird. Okay. And then you have one like this. Right. Now that one right there is the one that pinches it. I do know that. The other one though, not too sure. Not too sure. Now another thing, when I put stuff in this drawer, I think, hey, when I'm working over here and I go to grab for something, what do I usually grab for? Okay. I'm looking at the tools. I think I'll kneel down this time. I'll just bring them up here and then I'll show you. I show you. Oh, there's one particular tool. Yes, I need that. I need that. Y'all ever seen the movie The Jerk? Steve Martin? That is a hilarious, stupid movie. It's pretty funny though. It's one of his better movies, I'd say. All right. Don't really know if that's everything or not. Probably not. But anyway. All right. Another specialty pair of pliers. All right. So these are for holding two wires, one on each side. You put one in here, you open up the gap, you put it in, you put up the other gap, put it in, and you bring them together, and then you solder them. They make something a little better than this. They make something that's like it's just a block, and I guess you can probably like put the block. I could probably make one. I know I can, but you put the block in in a vise so that it stays there, and then you just and then yeah, all that good stuff. Here is another specialty tool that is used for. It's just like this, but it's works a little different way. Whatever. Anyway, to remove pigtails, hard to remove pigtails. It's like a crowbar. Pair of scissors. Now these are old. Old scissors. In fact, where's the other ones? Oh, there they are. No. So, scissors. Got to have good pairs of scissors. This is a it's a bird. Oh, there's a cardinal. No. It's a ooh. Why is that not working? There it goes. Ain't worked in a while. Sometimes these break. This part, this plastic part. This is metal. It's stupid. This is metal. This is plastic. But anyway, they're wire strippers. You stick a piece of wire in there, strips the end of it. It goes, pulls that right off. And then you got the little scissors right here. You cut. Okay. I need to clean these off, but scrape blades. Scraping. Okay. I always have those. Here's another one like this, except it is straight. Okay. So those all came in a kit, and they also came with, let's see if I can find it. Oh, maybe that's it. So, I'll give you a close-up of this. These little things. So they are for, I believe they're for pushing out little wire connectors, the little bitty metal ones, I think these are keys, and you stick them in there and they push. Yeah. Something like that. Pair of tweezers. Okay. And unless I find something else, last but not least, a center punch. This one's spring loaded. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand. It's like it catches sometimes and then it doesn't. Okay. So anyway, I got to decide what to do with the rest of it, because the rest of it is like screwdrivers, screwdrivers, and there's some picks in there. But when it comes to the picks, I've kind of got like a little phobia of those now, which is like I'm afraid, reach in there and prick my freaking fingers. So I might put those up on the hangers over here. I see another carpenter's pencil, and there's a saw, and the rest is like screwdrivers and little odds and ends stuff that I would never put in this drawer. So anyway, this is mainly what's going to be in the drawer. So yeah, all that right there for right now until I start throwing other stuff in there. Cool. Okay. Well, anyway, that's about it. So that's for the drawer. Now, so let's do a little recap. I still have to throw out trash and all that. I got to throw out them bottles, crush some cans, and I still got, whatever. I got all these chemicals, all them freaking chemicals. I do want to have a giant like giveaway day. You'll have to come here. But I'll post it. I'll be like, hey, everything is free, and everything is one per customer. Just because I want to give everybody a chance to come in and have a chance to hey, I could have used that, man. Instead of having some person just come in and be like, yeah, I'm just going to take that and resell it. I don't mind if you take it and resell it, whatever. I don't like it. I'd rather give it to somebody who can actually use it, but whatever. But there'll be all kinds of stuff. And because I've had people come to my place, and I'd be giving away stuff for free, and I had one guy tell me to my face, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take this and put it on Marketplace and resell it, and he did. I seen it on there. And I was like, whatever. I don't want to say nothing bad, but I don't want to say nothing good either. So anyway, so I'm pretty much done, I think. If I run into something else, I'll probably make a video of it, obviously. Yeah. If you see something, if you've seen something in the past videos or whatever, that I, talked about giving away, and if you'd like it, just let me know in the comments. Say, hey man, I'd like to come down and get that, man. That's cool. Whatever. Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see y'all next time. All right. Later.